at an amazing season of Lions hoops and take you into the huddle, into the locker room, and into the hearts of the team as we go behind the scenes with full access. And we start tonight at the end of the 2004 season when the Lions shocked the state by winning the 4A title. It put a bullseye on their back for this year, and as Coach Hutchison and the team told us at the beginning of January, made it much more challenging to make this year as memorable as last. The image forever etched on the minds of every Linn-Mar High fan as the boys basketball team hoisted the 2004 state championship trophy last spring. It's now nearly 10 months later, and last year's title has put a giant bullseye on the Lions' back.
Move the basketball, get the ball down inside. I want lots of touches on this next possession all the way around. Get the ball moving, let's make the defense move.
This season, Linn-Mar sits atop the standings, the undisputed #1 team. And while they've been able to stay undefeated, the wins are a little harder to come by.
We're a rich team, a team that people are coming after and people see as a talented, a team that's a challenge. You know, they're going to bring their best game, and that's what's going to make us stronger and better.
The game plan's pretty simple. Okay, you do it on the defensive end and you do it on the boards, and the offense will take care of itself.
But Coach Hutchison and his team actually relish the Goliath role.
It's helped them to focus. It's helped them, you know, to get the most out of their abilities and knowing that, you know, we're going to have to put forth every night.
Coach is always relying on us every time. I mean, if he told us we were good and that we could play that well all the time, I mean, we wouldn't be where we are today. I mean, him keep pushing on us and just keep telling us to work hard really steps it up. You know, we just got to play to our potential. You know, that's what Coach tells us all the time. And once we get there, we'll be pretty hard to beat.
The Lions have 11 seniors on their varsity roster, along with 9 juniors and 1 sophomore. They're an experienced team, which will definitely help this year.
I think our guys are very relaxed heading into big games. That doesn't mean that they don't care about the big games or that they're not pumped up for them. They just have a way about emotionally handling things.
So while everyone is trying to dethrone the current kings of Iowa high school hoops, the Lions will continue with business as usual.
I think we kept focused, and I think we still know what we're going to do, win the state championship.
We've got a team that's got some talent. And if we get some of the details right and we start to get really focused and you know, we get into a little bit of a rhythm with our playing, I really feel good about what lies ahead for us this year.
Now, before we delve into what lies ahead on the court, we've got a few pieces that highlight the team aspect of the Lions. After all, one of the oldest cliches in sports states that good team chemistry leads to success, and the Lions seem to prove that this year. Almost every Wednesday night throughout the basketball season, you can find the Linn-Mar Lions gathered around the dinner table like one big happy family. It's one of several ways the team comes together to build friendships among the players.
It definitely helps with team chemistry. You know, anytime that you can get together with other guys and, you know, get to know them in ways other than just the stuff on the court, I think it really helps.
Tonight's menu features 5 lasagnas, enough to feed more than 20 people. It's a tall order for one family to serve, but the parents love to do it.
It's great. I mean, the kids come, they're starved, you feed them, they come through the line, they eat, and they go on their way. So it's wonderful to see these kids hungry, and you just feed them. You love it.
Yeah, you don't want to get in the way of a couple of the bigger guys when they want food. It's a scary sight.
Who's the scariest?
Definitely Andy Kemple. If you get between him and his food, something bad will happen to you.
Aside from the dinner, most of the guys stay after to hang out.
Nice game, baby! Yeah, baby! Yeah!
They play cards, watch TV, and use the time to grow as a team.
It's a lot of fun knowing that you can just come here and just have fun and just kind of relax and watch a basketball game, you know, every Wednesday night or something and just come and eat together.
I mean, we get to know each other's personalities and we can have fun during the game and fun during practice, so we don't have to always be serious.
It's kind of neat to see all the guys' houses because you get to know the other guys kind of by their houses. I know I went into Corey's room and I didn't know he played tennis before I came over here, so now I know he plays tennis.
The nights are so much fun for the guys, even an intrusion like a TV camera can't keep them from joking around.
Yeah, the key is to act like the camera's not there. Don't look right into it.
It just helps us get to know each other that much better. And
we already know each other, idiot.
Good food, good friends, good laughs. Could be a recipe for another state title. Well, when they weren't playing cards or eating dinner together, the team was at work hard on the court, and the daily grind of the basketball season can wear on a team, especially when you've got the added pressure of defending a state title. So to deal with the stress, the Lions held a practice that allowed them to take their aggression out on each other.
Somebody's got in the game.
What are the 5 Ds of dodgeball?
Dodge.
Ducking, dipping.
Dive and dodge.
You can just chuck a ball at them.
Early Saturday morning, the Linn-Mar Lions varsity basketball team turned into 2 dueling squads of fiercely competitive dodgeball players.
We're a very competitive team, and dodgeball is no different from basketball.
There's nothing like chucking softballs at your friends.
It's just a nice way to relax, maybe let the seniors blow off some steam, give them some target practice on the juniors and let them take out a little aggression.
Come on!
And some of the guys felt their dodgeball skills were on par with their basketball skills.
Obviously, I'm the leader of this team. Get that out of here. That just demonstrates some of my skill right there. I got the ninja roll perfected. I got the flying roundhouse perfected. I've got so many moves, these kids can't even count them. I'm like the street baller of dodgeball.
That's probably the MVP, I'd say. No one else is really on my level in this game.
But believe it or not, the game did have some basketball benefits.
We've been playing basketball hard, you know, for a month and a half now, and it's just a chance for the kids to get out, have a little bit of fun, you know, get the blood pumping after a hard-fought Friday night game.
I came in here today. I didn't have a sweat, but as soon as I got in here, I built up a pretty good sweat, so it's a good aerobic exercise.
It really helps us just kind of take a little time off basketball, and then once it's over, then just get right back to basketball and just play hard and always go 100%.
You know, coach is always telling us before a game, you know, don't think about it, just go out there and do your thing. And I think something like this is a great way to just not focus so much on basketball, just kind of relax and have some fun.
This is a blast. We should do it every day.
All right, when we come back.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time!
It is game time, and we'll pick up the action in a big way with one of the most hyped matchups of the year. Plus, see how the Lions deal with their first taste of adversity. The season inside Linn-Mar basketball continues right after this.
These fine sponsors salute the Linn-Mar Lions boys basketball team. Marion Iron Company supports the Linn-Mar Lions 100%. Buck's Pizza would like to congratulate the Linn-Mar boys basketball team on another great year. Lynn Animal Hospital congratulates the Linn-Mar Lions on a great year. We're behind you 100%. See the experts at King's Material for all your retaining wall and landscaping projects. Strelner and Associates, where winning is a way of life. Hardinger and Associates, your American Express financial advisors. Lynn Co-op Oil Company, complete service for your family vehicle tires, batteries, and auto repair. Congratulations, Linn-Mar Lions.
Welcome back. Anytime rivals play each other, the game takes on extra significance. But when the two teams are also ranked first and third in the state at game time, things can get downright crazy. And the Lions found that out firsthand in their first matchup against Cedar Rapids Jefferson.
All right, Linn-Mar versus Jefferson, and we're ready. Team, 1, 2, 3.
It was billed as the biggest game of the young season. Number one, versus number 3. The gym was packed well before tip-off, and some evidence of the night's intensity even made its way into the Linn-Mar locker room.
We showed you guys, jeez. You know, the atmosphere out there. There's a couple, TV stations going to be here tonight. There's a couple radio stations here tonight. We've got some college coaches in the crowd. The gym's packed from floor to rafters, but none of that matters, okay? All that counts is what happens on that square out in the middle.
But try as he might, Coach Hutchison couldn't keep his players completely shielded from the hype.
A lot of pressure from the fans. They don't want you to lose, and you don't want to lose, and so there's that added pressure.
The atmosphere at school is great. Our students just kept talking about the game the whole week and stuff, even during finals. It was just all about the game this week.
You guys always rise up in games like this, okay? Just get out there and have some fun. Let's take it to you.
Once the game tipped off, though, everything off the court seemed to fade away.
When it comes down to it, when you get out there on the floor and the gym's packed, everything that week goes out the window. It's just you can sense.
It's undescribable. It's just a great feeling when you're a basketball player. It's what you live for.
We didn't really let that affect us, and Coach didn't let us affect us at all, and we just came to play and showed them that Linn-Mar is for real.
Be on the attack, okay? Good stuff at the offensive end of the floor.
And even though the team says they didn't play their best game of the year, they hit timely shots, played great defense, and came away with a 65-54 win.
I thought our guys did a pretty nice job tonight, maintaining focus on what was going on out there on the floor. We had our mental lapses, but at the same time, overall, the guys stepped up big when they needed to step up big, and we got it done.
Well, that 11-point win over Jefferson solidified Linn-Mar's #1 ranking and propelled them to a fast start to the season. The Lions won their next 3 games, including 2 games on consecutive nights. And as January neared its end, they had a 27-game win streak heading into a tilt against Iowa City West. But the Trojans playing at home weren't intimidated by the Lions, and behind strong shooting by Ali Farouk-Manesh, as well as solid Trojan defense, West upset Linn-Mar 61-58. The loss ended the Lions' 27-game winning streak, but a few nights later, they came into their next game ready to play. You'd think the locker room would be quiet as the Linn-Mar Lions suited up for their first game after the end of their winning streak, but it wasn't. The locker room sounded like a carnival funhouse, complete with jokes, pranks, and a lot of goofing off. It was as relaxed an atmosphere as it could have been, because the Lions had already put the loss in the past.
We knew the next day we had to come back and get ready in practice. And, it's kind of motivation, it's like got us going, took the pressure off us a little bit, and just got us back to playing our game.
I don't think our guys ever got to where they were questioning themselves. It was just, here's what we got to do to get better. This we didn't do very well in the last game, and I thought our practices went very well from that standpoint.
Come on, Trey! Hey!
And from the looks of it, having their winning streak snapped may have actually helped the team.
I think with that #1, and that undefeated streak since last year in the state tournament run, with this kind of lifted some pressure off us, and we were able to play our game, and we played a lot better today, I think.
Nowhere was that more evident than behind the scenes, where everyone joined in the fun.
I've took my role on the season to be the team motivator, and I like to come out and just relax the guys before every game, do what I can to get them pumped and relax at the same time so they can go out there and play the best they can.
Everyone felt confident. Everyone was loose because we knew we were ready. We were just ready to go, and Coach really had us set up for the game.
You got to be confident enough to loosen up a little bit, and we wanted them to play that way. We wanted them to go out there and play with a little bit of abandon tonight and have a little bit of fun, and I thought they did that.
So by the time the Lions took the court, the loss was a distant memory, and they were already planning another long winning streak. Well, with the pressure of the winning streak off their backs and the team refocused on the task at hand, they went on to beat Dubuque-Wahlert that night 65-51. After that, the Lions steamrolled their way through the rest of the regular season, winning their final 10 games. But Coach Hutchison and the Lions weren't satisfied with a 20-1 regular season record. So as the postseason neared, they used practice to fine-tune their game and their mentality. Forget about the 20-1 regular season record. Forget about the season-long #1 ranking.
Rebound. Yeah.
And forget about being the defending state champions. None of it matters anymore. It's the postseason, and it's win or go home. For the Lions, that means making minor adjustments to play perfect basketball.
Going into the state, you have to have your everything hitting on all cylinders, and everything's going great for you. That's one of the keys for going into the state tournament and sub-state also.
We do think that, we can make little improvements, and sometimes those little improvements can mean the difference between one basket or two baskets, and sometimes that can mean the game.
You get a defensive stop, you get 2 points. Okay, you score, you get 1 point. So we're going to reward the defense a little more than the offense, okay?
By the time they tip off on Friday, the Lions will have had about a week to prepare, and they've spent most of it working on defense and rebounding.
That's better, Corey. Other way, Corey.
But they've also focused on the mental part of going to the state tournament and being prepared for whatever happens, good or bad.
Our focus and our theme, heading into this is no regrets. We just want to put it all out there every night, and whatever happens, happens. And I told the kids, that's not setting them up for a loss. That's setting them up for winning.
Before this week, it was kind of the whole season we wasted. We didn't win the state championship, but now it's just no regrets. We just got to go out there and play our hardest, and whatever happens is going to happen to us. Otherwise, we'd have so much pressure on us. Unbearable. We just got to go out there and play it.
It's our senior year for a lot of us on here. And we got to go out and make sure that we just don't throw anything away. We're playing hard. If we do lose on the way, then make sure that we give it all on the way.
No regrets. The mantra for this year's postseason, one the Lions believe will end with another state title.
I think it makes us work harder because we have a lot of high expectations. We want to make sure that those are met.
Well, coming up next on A Season Inside.
Fellas, this is the state tournament. Don't be screwing around with it. You understand what I'm saying? If you're tired, get out!
Believe it or not, that outburst happened in the locker room with the Lions leading by 16 points. But it's the postseason and the adrenaline is peaking. Stay tuned as we take you through the entire postseason run. We'll be right back.
These fine sponsors salute the Linn-Mar Lions boys basketball team. Marion Iron Company supports the Linn-Mar Lions 100%. Buck's Pizza would like to congratulate the Linn-Mar boys basketball team on another great year. Lynn Animal Hospital congratulates the Linn-Mar Lions on a great year. We're behind you 100%. See the experts at King's Material for all your retaining wall and landscaping projects. Strelner and Associates, where winning is a way of life. Hardinger and Associates, your American Express financial advisors. Lynn Co-op Oil Company, complete service for your family vehicle tires, batteries, and auto repair. Congratulations, Linn-Mar Lions.
Welcome back. The Lions entered the postseason hot, winners of 10 straight and still the #1 team in the state. And their great play continued into the sub-state round. In their first game with a rambunctious home crowd behind them, the Lions dismantled the Kennedy Cougars 81-48. That left just one game standing between the Lions and a return trip to Des Moines. And what a game it was at the U.S. Cellular Center against Cedar Rapids, Washington. The Warriors started hot, but Linn-Mar weathered the storm, and they went on to win 57-43. After the game, they shared their thoughts on heading back to state.
That's awesome. I tell you what, guys, that feels as good as the first time, okay? That's awesome. We're going back.
All right? We're going back, and we're going to make another run. Okay? Awesome job. Hands in.
You could feel the excitement in the locker room after the Lions locked up a spot in the state tournament.
It's just exhilarating, exciting. Every word you can think of, this meets it.
It's a great feeling. I mean, this is what we worked for all year, to get to play in Vets again. Last year, it's a high school dream come true to be able to do this again.
It feels pretty good. You know, a lot of people expected us to do this, so there was some added pressure, but we took that off and we came out and played well tonight.
It's awesome. I'm so proud of the way that our kids played tonight, and I'm so happy for them because I know how hard they worked to get to where they're at.
And tonight's game wasn't easy. An early surge gave Washington the lead after one quarter, but a quick talk from Coach Hutchison had the Lions focused.
Hey, doing a good job out there, all right? That run, that initial run that they had, that was a lot of emotion. Okay, now they play our game. Here we go. Hey, let's go. Chin those defensive rebounds. Team, 1, 2, 3, team.
From then on, it was all Linn-Mar. Afterwards, even the players who have been to state before said this time feels just as good.
You know, every time's exciting. The first time's exciting, of course. The second time's exciting. Not many teams get to do it twice, and we just feel we're very grateful to be able to do it again.
I'd say it's more exciting for some of us because it's our second time being there, and we're playing a lot more minutes than we did last year.
This year we had a bullseye on us, and everyone was shooting for us. I think it was a lot tougher than last year's team, and I'm just glad that we stepped through, lost only one game, and just had a great time with it.
Now with a week to wait until their next game, the Lions have plenty of time to reflect on what they've done and to think about what they still want to do.
We want to be one of the teams to repeat. You know, a lot of teams don't go back-to-back for the state championship, and that's one thing that we want to do.
This is the last year in Vets, and I think the guys would like to close down Vets Auditorium with the Nats.
Well, after a long season where every team took their best shot at the Lions, Linn-Mar was headed back to the state tournament. And as the number 2 seed in the 4A bracket, they put on a memorable run trying to capture another state title.
Last night in practice wasn't great, the night before wasn't great, but if there's one thing that I've learned about you guys, and sometimes I hate saying it because we still got some young guys here and I want to think this is okay, but when the lights come on, you guys are there.
Their practices leading up to the tournament may have been subpar, but when the Lions' first game got underway in Des Moines, they were ready. Good shooting in the first quarter helped the Lions build a 12-point lead over Ankeny. And then senior Andy Kemple turned in one of his most complete games ever. 10 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists as the Lions mauled the Hawks 70-44.
He's been able to do that for us all year. Anytime that, you know, like you say, the lights get bright and Andy steps up.
The whole season's been real long, and now that we're finally back here, I think it's time that we're going to really turn it up.
The second game of the tournament brought a chance for redemption as the Lions faced Iowa City West, the only team that beat them in the regular season.
You guys are the biggest bunch of gamers I've ever coached. Okay, let's go get it.
And this one was a dogfight from the start. But Linn-Mar never trailed, and after 32 minutes, the Lions were able to hold on, proving that revenge is a dish best served with a 6-point win.
After we lost to West at their gym, we were working all season towards beating them. We wanted them the whole season, and we finally got a chance at them, and we weren't going to blow it this time.
The state championship game featured a matchup of the top 2 teams, Linn-Mar versus Bettendorf.
Play hard, play by instinct. Let's go after these guys. Team 1, 2, 3, team.
And at the start, the Bulldogs shot lights out, building a 21-point lead at halftime. The Lions were stunned, and while the coaches met at the half, the players held a closed-door meeting in the locker room.
We really talked about what we needed to do, and we talked about how sophomore year we were down 20 points at half going against Cedar Rapids Jefferson, and how we came back and won that game by 7. We just knew that there's always possibilities.
Linn-Mar started the second half hot, but faded towards the end and wound up losing 81-60. After receiving the second-place trophy, Coach Hutchison addressed the team one last time in the locker room.
48-5 over 2 years. It's tremendous. I'm going to miss all you guys. You sure gave a lot of people up there in Marion a lot to be proud of and a lot of great moments. Right here. One last time, bring it in. Everyone together, team. 1, 2, 3, team.
Next on A Season Inside, we'll wrap up the season and show you how the team and the community responded to the championship loss. Plus, find out what the seniors have planned for life after Linn-Mar. We'll be right back.
These fine sponsors salute the Linn-Mar Lions boys basketball team. Marion Iron Company supports the Linn-Mar Lions 100%. Buck's Pizza would like to congratulate the Linn-Mar boys basketball team on another great year. Lynn Animal Hospital congratulates the Linn-Mar Lions on a great year. We're behind you 100%. See the experts at King's Material for all your retaining wall and landscaping projects. Strelner and Associates, where winning is a way of life. Hardinger and Associates, your American Express financial advisors. Lynn Co-op Oil Company, complete service for your family vehicle tires, batteries, and auto repair. Congratulations, Linn-Mar Lions.
Welcome back to a season inside Linn-Mar basketball. The state tournament didn't quite end the way the Lions had hoped it would. And after a season full of promise and high expectations, second place just didn't feel as fulfilling as it should have. But when the Lions got back to Marion the day after the title game, they found a gym full of fans waiting to welcome them home. Speaking to the crowd, Coach Hutchison put the Lions' second place finish in perspective, pointing out that neither he nor any of the coaches on the team had ever finished that well. With the season over now, it's time to look ahead. Here's a look at what some of the Lions seniors will be doing in college. The Linn-Mar basketball senior class of 2005 has been through a lot together. 2 tournament runs, 1 championship, and an unprecedented 2-year 48-5 record. Now as they prepare for graduation, they've got bright futures ahead of them in all types of sports. Starting with Travis Nelson, the near 7-foot center will head to Wyoming in the fall on a basketball scholarship. He said the Cowboys had the most comfortable fit.
I just wanted to look for a team that was really combined all together and kind of like a family experience. So when you get on the court, it's a lot of fun, and off the court, I mean, you can have your fun times too.
Nelson's front court mate Andy Kemple is passing on hoops for the gridiron, and he'll be close to home playing for the Hawkeyes.
It's what I've been working for, you know, the past couple of years, especially being at Iowa. That was basically the whole goal. And so it's going to be a great opportunity.
Joining Kemple at Iowa will be Blake Zundell, who will try to walk on as a quarterback. He gave up several Division II offers to be a Hawkeye.
I'm very excited and get to play football and couldn't ask for more.
Starting point guard Drew Olmstead will continue his basketball career next year, as will Adam Novak. Novak is staying in Cedar Rapids, playing at Mount Mercy College.
I was looking at a lot of smaller schools because I wanted to play basketball next year, and so, you know, their coaches started contacting me, and I took visits there, and it seemed like a good college.
The other seniors will scatter as well, including Mark Gladson, the golfing standout, who's going to go to Wake Forest. But all 11 of the Lions' elder statesmen will forever be joined by several years of great basketball. We wish them all the best of luck in whatever they do. That's all the time we have for today's show. We've hoped you've enjoyed following the Lions this season as much as everyone here at CBS 2 has enjoyed bringing you this behind-the-scenes look at Linn-Mar basketball. And we'd like to extend a very deeply heartfelt thank you to Coach Hutchison and his staff, as well as all of the Linn-Mar players, parents, administrators, and fans for their help this year. Coming up next on CBS 2 is the Evening News. We'll leave you now with a look at some of the Lions' best plays from the season. Have a wonderful evening.
quite a basketball game at the Unidome tonight.
40 minutes didn't decide anything. They had to go a little longer. For the third time in a row, the UNI Panthers have knocked off